Okay, so today we got a very exciting new drone to unbox and review. This is the SJRC F11 GPS drone. It's a 5G Wi-Fi and it has a 1080p camera that can tilt up and down up to 90 degrees. So it's obviously a foldable drone. I don't know if you can tell by the image, but it is a foldable drone. And it has GPS return to home, point of interest, which is the orbit mode or the circle mode or whatever you want to call it. It also has the waypoint flight, which takes a map of your routes and goes around and hits those points. It has active track, which I believe has two modes. One is the GPS active track and the other one is just the image active track, which I'll go over the specifics later on. There is a feature called hand gesture. You can see that in some of the new drones now, that you can show a gesture to the camera and it does a certain thing, right? Like taking a photo or shooting a video or things like that. Or, in some of the other drones, you can do a gesture and the drone does one of the creative flight modes like droney or something like that. But this one does the photo and the video. So the advertised flight time is 26 to 28 minutes on one battery, which is very interesting. I'll be interested to try this out to see what you can actually get with real normal flying, because with a lot of these sort of advertised flights, it's mostly just hovering and going at a very steady speed in one direction to see what the maximum flight time is. But once you do your normal flying and doing your whatever shoot modes you're doing, then you can see how long it actually can last. Okay, so with that, let's open this up and see what we got in there. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Cool. First impression, the build is not really toy-like. I mean, the material and the stiffness of the arms and the way it clicks in with other like toy-grade drones that I've seen and reviewed, this one doesn't necessarily feel very toy-like. I really like that. And also the motors. So this is all metal. By the way, if I didn't mention, this is a brushless drone, which means it will be quiet when you fly it, and also the motors will last a lot longer than brushed motors. So it normally means the drone will be slightly more expensive than brushless motors, but at the same time it will last a lot longer than just a brushed motor. The other things that I need to mention, the camera, as I said, it's a tiltable camera, which means you can adjust it with your controller. It is a 1080p camera and has a 120 degrees wide angle camera. Okay, the video resolution is 1920 by 1080. I've heard that this can also shoot at 2K, but I need to test that out to be able to confirm. Okay, so that's what it looks like from the front. Get this out of the way. So that's what it looks like from the front. The camera, and that's the side and the back. So underneath seems to be like placeholders for vision sensors, but nothing there just yet. That's where the cable goes to charge the battery, just a normal micro USB cable port. Okay. So the next thing in the box is the controller. Again, it doesn't feel very cheap. So the antennas seems to be just placeholders, just for the looks. There we go, just like that. What are these? I just turned it on. What are these things? This is just to like handle so you can hold them more easily, and that's where you place your phone. So this is expandable. It's an expandable holder, so you can put any kind of phone. I don't think you can fit a tablet in there. Just for smartphones, to pretty much I think any size. I'll just try it with my iPhone X to see how that holds. Let's get these antennas out of the way since they don't do anything. Here we go. And then, there we go, just fits. So I guess the max version of the iPhone will also fit in there nicely, but nothing bigger than that. Okay, so what you have on the controller, you have the power button that will turn this on and off. You have the return to home. So in case you lose control, or in case you're far away, or for whatever reason you want to get the drone to come back to the takeoff position, you use this to come back. You have the auto takeoff and auto landing. You also have the GPS button. I believe this will turn the GPS on or off. So for indoor flying, you should always turn the GPS off. Otherwise, it will keep looking for the GPS, and as soon as it finds it, it might fly into the wall. So if you're doing indoor flights, you definitely need to turn off the GPS. And for outdoors, it's your decision if you want to keep it on or off. Another thing is, this is the video record button, and then you got the photo record there. This says speed, so I guess this will control the speed of the drone to go fast or slow. And over here you got the angle, which is supposed to tilt the camera up or down. Okay, so then let's see what else we got in the box. So we got this is this is the charging cable. As I said, just a normal micro USB, and then we got the spare blades. Gotta tell you, the packaging feels really premium for the price point of what this drone actually is. To have this kind of packaging is it's very nice and surprising at the same time. So you got the spare propellers in there in case you need to replace them. Hopefully you don't need to. You also got an Allen key for the screws, and a bunch of spare screws. So another thing that we got in there is another package. Okay, it's just the user manual. Again, for a user manual to be in a packaging like that, as I said, it's very premium looking, and I feel like it's almost DJI level packaging as far as I can see. So this will go through obviously how to start and operate the drone, so you can read this out. And I think that's about it. Let's just look. Yeah, that's about it. So there's a compartment in there in case you get the multi-battery options, but in my case it's just the one. And to be honest, if the one battery can fly anything near 25 minutes, the one battery should be really good enough for anyone buying this drone. So if anyone is interested in buying this drone, I normally put discount codes in my description. So whenever I find a new discount code, I just put them in there with a link so they can go through and purchase them at a discounted price if they like. So to take off the battery, you just push this buttons and that will come off. The battery gets charged from this port and it has an indicator in there that shows how much battery you have at the moment. So it shows me 3 bars and I need to get this charged up. The charging time is 3.5 hours, which seems a little bit long, but given that this is supposed to fly 25 to 28 minutes, that's obviously reasonable. If you had a drone that was basically doing 15 minutes, you can get it charged up maybe in 2.5 hours, but again, you need to charge multiple batteries. The flying distance is 600 meters, but the video transmission is supposed to be 400 to 500. So after that, it's probably going to start getting choppy and lose a bit of video. And also the flight weight is 450 grams. Okay, so with that, I think I've covered up everything. The only thing left is the SD card slot. So that's where you put your SD card. So the video does actually get recorded on the actual SD card of the drone. There's no transmission to the mobile phone, because if that was the case, then you probably lose a bit of the quality, but it does get saved directly to the SD card. Okay, so we've done all our calibration. We're pretty much ready to go. So let's start recording and let's see if we can do auto takeoff. Yeah, ready to take off and see if it works. Take off. Doesn't want to work. Just do it manually then. It's very quiet, as you can, I don't know if you can hear, but it's very quiet, and it's because of the brushless motor. The brushless motors are very quiet and durable as well. So lifting this up, checking the hovering. It's very steady. Today is a calm day as well, so there is barely any wind, and this seems to be very steady as well, as you can see. Alright, so we got the video feed, as you can see there. Alright, so picking this up, just doing our usual test, checking the sticks left. Just drifting left a bit, but it found the position. Okay, so pushing the right. Okay, and backwards and forwards and down and up. Okay, good to go. Yeah, it's very steady. That's what I like about it. The video seems to be pretty good actually. Okay, just let's do a usual flight. There's a mum and a baby coming towards this side, so I'm going to push my drone out of the way, being responsible and respecting others. Okay, so let's go further up and turn. Looks pretty good. Pretty happy with the video. Okay, so how much battery I have left? It's about, I think it's about 90%, which is good enough for my initial test flight. I think it just hits the distance that I set in there, so I'm going to increase that a bit. It seems like you can't do, it's on beginner mode. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do 300 meters, that's fine for now. Alright, let's keep going forward. Okay, and rotate. It's quite responsive. Oh, now it started to be a bit breezy with the wind. Okay, so trying the camera tilting down. Yeah, that's all working fine. So you can go up to 90 degrees, as you can see there. Okay. Seems to be working nicely. Let's fly backwards a bit. Okay, so this is supposed to give me 25 minutes of flight, and so far it's only used 20% of the battery, so I'm pretty confident that it's going to get close to that sort of mark, maybe about 20, but we'll see. And that is flying backwards. Okay. Not too bad. So I'm going to try a couple of those modes, starting with the follow me. Follow me. Yep. And let's go to see how good it keeps me in the frame. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's go sideways. Does it fly sideways? Yeah, it does. Huh. How cool is that? What if I go really fast? Let's see how good it can keep up. Keeping me in the center of the video. Okay, let's walk towards it. Can you lose me? Did you lose me? You did! You lost me, keep going back. Let's push the camera down a bit. Okay. Alright, let's try something else. Let's try the active. I think I need to exit out of that. How would you do that? Oh, there you go. So the active track. Okay. Let's draw a circle around me. And let's see. Oh yeah, it's keeping track of me. For sure. But with this active track, it doesn't actually follow you. It just keeps you in the frame. So if I go forward, it's not gonna fly towards me. You see, and then it kind of lost me. Not yet. Yeah. So it's not gonna fly towards me. It's like the, I think some people call it the spotlight mode. So it always keeps you in the frame. So if I then move, there we go. So if I move that way, it will rotate and keeps me in the frame. Okay, that looks good. stop, start the next recording, and the screen recording is still going. I'm gonna start that as well. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is the orbit mode. So the orbit mode with this one, you're gonna bring it in for setting the point of interest. Okay, so I'm exactly right underneath it. Then you're supposed to press these two buttons, I think, and then push it backwards, and then press them again. And then it starts to, there you go. That was pretty easy. Yeah. There you go. Very nice. Let me see if I can push it down. Well, it's first of all, let's put up the move the camera up. Okay, and then push the drone itself down to see how far down you can go. That's about 1.5 meters. And it's still working. That's pretty cool. Can you go any further down? That is insane, that's less than 1 meter. Pretty cool. Let's push it backwards. Okay, how can I stop that? Stop. So I've been flying for, I don't know, like 10 minutes now, and it's only like at 60%. So I can definitely see this lasting the whole 25 minutes. Gives me plenty of time to test all the different features. Okay, let's see what else I got in the settings. So we got the return altitude, which is set to 25. That is when you press return to home, that's the altitude it will go to. So if it's set to 25, regardless of what it is at that moment, it will fly up to 25 or fly down to 25. And then you got the distance and the height. So those are the things you can set. When it comes, it's set to the beginner mode, which means limited height, limited distance. But then you can turn that off and basically you can turn that off and go further. Okay, so I just increased the speed because it was taking such a long time to come to where I am, but you can easily adjust that with this knob at the back. Okay, so let's bring it down and test the gesture mode, and then I'm going to do the waypoint, and that should be it, really. Okay, so now you got me in the screen. I'm gonna hit that. It says, so in good circumstances, if you, within 3 meters, if you show your palm, it will start video, and if you show the bunny, it will take a photo. Okay, slide to start. Let's do that. Probably need to stop the video. Okay, let's do this. Don't think it did it. The distance is, it says 30, but I don't think it is. That is, I think, 30 from the takeoff position. Okay, let's try it one more time. Bunny. Maybe it is taking a photo. If it is, I'll show it. I'll put that in the video. If it's not, it's not. Okay, let's do that again. Bunny. And show the palm of my hand. I don't think it is actually working. Let's just restart it to see if that helps. Let's do this. Let's do this. No, I can't get it to work. Alright, so the waypoint shows a map. Then you can basically show my position. Okay, send. Yeah, it is working. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And completion. Okay, so other things that you can do are you can rotate the camera. So just flip it if you're into something like that. Just looks upside down. I don't know why would anyone use something like this, but that's what they got in there. Okay. The VR, so if you're using goggles, you can do that. The flight log is just there as well. And you can access your gallery there. So I can see all the videos I've done. So these are from today and yesterday. Okay. So we're at the altitude of 30, and I'm just gonna try and go forward to see what's above these trees. I think it's hitting some sort of a limit. What's going on? Ah, okay. So the battery is low, and that's why it doesn't go much further than that. So it's like a geofence if the battery is low. And I think it might be trying to return to home. Not yet. Oh yeah, so if you try to push it, it kind of bounces back. Okay, so I'm not sure how much the video time was, but I'll definitely put it on the screen so you guys can know exactly what kind of time I got out of this. I'll try to use as much as possible so we can get some It's very zippy. Now it is going to... Uh-oh. No! And there you have it. So I don't have any control any longer. That's it. So that's the end of the flight. I'll find out if... I'll find out what was the total flight time. But when it gets to the bottom, then it just lands. Okay, so there you have it. That was a review of this SJRC F11 1080p drone GPS. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below, and please don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel. I'll put links to purchase this and discount codes if you like to use it. Have a great day and enjoy flying.